write airplane poems, and you haven't read this yet, but I think about the last time I'm on a plane. I understand the phrase love in motion to mean love all forms of transportation, and once I cry silently flying home from here. Strangers surround me, and I cry because I never see you again, and I'm lost, straining to see the back of your head. Now, I want to stop crying. Heads bob in my periphery like the ocean below this airplane. And I think this is a grounded space. You tell me that airplanes are liminal spaces and we shift slipping grains of sand with our feet. And you ask me how airplanes can be grounded if they aren't even on the ground. I take your hand in mine and tell you every space is liminal. On the flight, I sit next to a man who is the same age as my father, and I chew ice cubes because it's hot, and each rip of freezing numbness up my molars makes me forget that anything is ever certain. Out the window and through the clouds, I can see every living thing mocking my stupid, crying approximation of the face of God in the sky in the window of some small airplane. The summer heat burns through my back, and only then can I reach around the world to hold you in a small embrace, and my tears stop. When you're born, I fell out of our apartment window trying to see the ways leaves drift to the ground as the trees cry big red tears. I spend time outside, and I'm unseen except by the earthworms returning the fallen hearts back to the earth, full with a sense of duty. When I hit the ground, I lose a tooth, and I know what I taste is the iron of the worm-filled dirt. Now, I want to crawl too. You don't know this yet, and you don't know that I'm here at all, tumbling until I am nothing more than the fall dust that washes over the sunset in the window. It's sunset, and we can see the entire city from this room where you carefully stack 4 oranges in a pyramid. When you succeed, I watch you smile, pleased at your perfect creation. I wonder how else I can share your joy, except with my clumsy hands breaking the pyramid of oranges and peeling the sweetest one for the both of us. This is for the worms, I say, and you nod in agreement, telling me to call you more often so we can feel closer. And I try to be a person you can love, even when I'm naked and crawling, and full of red and iron. We have dinner, and you devour your meal with blind lavishness, but the table space in front of me is empty except for my plastic buffet cup and my water pitcher. I'm not jealous though, and I already stole a spoonful from your bowl. You watch me repot my plants on the floor, dirt stained all over my sleeves, and dirt scattered all over the room. And you laugh and know that plants don't grow in the winter, but freeze and die in the snow. The server comes over with my food, so I join the jovial feast, and it's all really good. I forget about my plants, and you're still laughing while we're talking, and I don't really know what you mean, but I haven't eaten all day, and it's dark outside. Now, I want to lie down. At your apartment, I unseal my pint of ice cream and place it in your freezer without taking a bite. You clean the floor and you nap, and you play your favorite songs on the speaker for me to enjoy, and I catch you staring at me. The way you move reminds me of the way my plants sway and hover when I reach around to stop the draft, coming through the window cracks. And I smile, and you smile back, swaying and hovering. You clean the dirt stains out my sleeves, and clean the dirt stains off the ground. And I lie down on my newly clean floor, in my newly clean shirt, protected by the movements of your work, revolving around me. You want a farm when you retire, and your practice is evident in a little garden in our backyard. And I eat every fruit you place in my hands. Our city is too bright and too dry and too small, but I've never had so much in my life. When I'm full, I understand what deluge means and feel smothered but safe, and you hand me another slice of whatever and I accept. In the grocery store, I dissociate holding the most perfect apple I have ever seen in my life, and it's bliss the way I know I can keep it forever. We eat slowly, and you fork over fruit. Sitting outside next to all the growing trees, and the leaves are coming back now, you know. I hand you the perfect apple, and you smile and hand it back to me, trusting that I'll keep it safe in my pockets. Now, I want to stay here forever. Soon, it's spring when the day is too bright to bear, and I have the urge to dance and hide between the rows of fruit trees. This is where spots of sun speckle my steps, and I melt to mist in my glee, peeking between the branches. I feel the wetness of the ground still there from this morning when you gently water each plant, and here I float like vapor, staring at the way you tend each plant like a child. The trees float by like green water, and each trunk moves too fast to be perceived uniquely, and it's my first time driving in months. We barely leave the neighborhood, and already I'm terrified. I switch lanes erratically, and I swear the car tailgating me has the flash of emergency lights I imagine an undercover cop car would have, so I pull over. My heartbeat makes me recall watching the fireworks by the pier with you, and it's some kind of alien flash photography that splits the sky in its cacophony. Police line the streets as the tired crowd sweeps us back inland, and the police carry guns, and you point this out to me. Now, I want to die gently. Cars speed past us, and I take a deep breath and merge back into traffic. You ask me what's wrong, and any day now, an unmanned vehicle will appear out of nowhere and strike me on my side, and I die instantly, wondering where you are. I die and I'm given until sunset to do what I want most, so I break the story of my own death in this full paper. And it's exciting seeing my lifeless face on the front cover, under the blaring headline, "Dead too soon, but we celebrate nonetheless." There you are in the middle of the intersection, and you hold me high on your shoulders, shouting my life to every passing person, reminding me that I'm not dead, just dying in this stuffy summer heat. The sun sets into your brilliant eyes, and my eyesight fades to a blur, so you drive us through the night. It's still warm, although it's dark outside, and I know I'm happy. I throw a geocaching party for my 12th birthday, and I don't see my friends for hours while they hopelessly look for the small objects I hide too well. I'm indoors, and the way you play the piano makes me believe I can play as well, you see. Now, I want to sing too. My friends call me desperate for clues, but I don't pick up, so they return. And it's a lousy, forgettable party, and in all the photos we take, I look so thin in my flimsy tank top. Later, I swipe and delete them one by one, but I keep every gift you give me. Now, I want to run away sometimes. Your melody slows, and my eyes close, and the piano hides in the distance. I hum and you hum, and I hear your voice blending into mine, and our song resonates to cosmic amplitudes. My friends, and the little hidden objects scattered all over the neighborhood, and my terrible little party all fit inside our frequency. And I sing a song that summons everything we couldn't find one by one until our gathering finally ends. The dinner party is over after you take me to meet your parents over the holidays. And it's fun, and I tell your parents that when we leave. But sometimes I feel like I don't thank you enough, so please tell your parents again that I could never imagine such generosity. We leave to get takeout, and I do a bad job giving instructions, and you don't let me forget it, and I'm terrified all over again remembering the please. We sit silently together with no need to talk and no weight of silence, and I raise my fork in a silent toast to your comforting presence. At dinner, we raise a toast with your parents, celebrating gratitude, and I think of how I forget to call my parents for yet another week, but they love me too much to remind me. You look at me like I'm beautiful, and desperately, I wish I could see myself the way you see me. Now, I still want to get out of here. With you, I feel complete and perfect, and I think of the poem that begins something like, with stress, I do my best, and how untruthful that is. It's more of the same every day, I know. And you hear my words again, yet you still tell me you like them like you like me, and impatient with myself, I believe you. The room is heavy now, and I'm so full. And it's just a somber winter night that seems to have no tomorrow. But you asked me if I want to go take a walk outside, and I never thought you'd ask. Like a dog, I nod yes, and you let me go. And I run blindly until my feet aren't mine anymore, and I know no matter how far I get, you meet me there. You meet me outside, and the flowers are coming back now, and while all the neighborhood children walk home, we go the other way. Today is the day, and you keep glancing around frantically as if you're looking for a reason to keep going. Now, I want to be a reason. Yesterday, you tried to teach me how to skate, and I managed to place both feet on the board. Your helmet is too small for my head, but you pushed me down the hill anyways, and I don't believe in any God other than us, but I say a prayer. When I open my eyes again to see a smile beaming your pride for me to every living thing in that park, I feel unstoppable. And when it's your day to be hesitant and fragile, I let you climb on my back and we move together like that. The weather is gentle and beautiful and undemanding, and all I know is I couldn't possibly be any luckier than when I carry your weight and your love. Spring is the season of new beginnings, and here we meander mornings of bird calls and sprouting seeds full of wonder. Tomorrow, I'll try to teach you how to ride a bicycle. And you manage to place both feet on the pedals, and in your focus to break the nervous ambivalence of your body. I'm the reason you look forward and decide against inertia. You know, I want to keep living, this is how. I smile when I'm confident, my shouts expanding. As vast as abyss, and I swallow every silence, this world ever expresses, caressing you